This is the last new material you're going to learn in Unit 6. Yes, I know it says day 6, but I told you we changed things. So that's day 3. Alrighty, you're going to learn how to write equations for parallel and perpendicular lines. Now, parallel lines have the same slope. And let's think about it logically. They are two lines that go on forever and never intersect. So they must have the same slope. Do same slope. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are the opposite and reciprocal. Reciprocal means flip. Now the opposite reciprocal or negative reciprocal, whichever one is clear to you, means change the sign. So let's practice just writing the slopes. Looking at this equation, y equals negative 3 over 5x minus 3. As always, y equals mx plus b. M is your slope. Always has been, always will be. A parallel line, a line parallel to that equation, will have the slope, same slope, negative 3 over 5. It is the same slope. It will just have a different y-intercept because the line that is parallel will cross the y-axis at a different point. Now, a perpendicular line, or a line that is perpendicular to the equation, will have the opposite reciprocal, which means you flip the slope and change the sign. Flipping the slope makes it 5 over 3. That would be flipping. And then I'm changing the sign so that if it's not a negative, it's a positive. So the perpendicular slope will be 5 over 3. If you need to, stop, go back and listen to this again. Now, we're going to practice writing equations. You're going to write an equation of a line that is parallel to the line given, this line, and passes through the point 15, negative 1. And the equation is y equals, actually that's the wrong color. The equation is y equals negative 3 over 5x minus 3. That's our original, okay? That's the original equation. So this is how I think you should do it. This is what I've had success with. Old slope is negative 3 over 5. New slope, well, it's also negative 3 over 5 because it's parallel. But by writing down the old slope and the new slope, that helps reinforce the concept that the slope of a parallel line is the same. Now, we have to write it through the point 15, negative 1. So this is where Mrs. Gates is going to use all her colors. This is my x, this is my y. Negative 1 equals my new slope, which is still negative 3 over 5, times my x, which is 15, plus b. I don't know what b is. Remember, we did that on the last lesson. I've substituted, I've put my y here, and I've put my x. I've put them in the y equals mx plus b equation. Now I'm going to do my math. So negative 1 equals, multiplying fractions, negative 3 times 15 is negative 45 over 5, not 9. I'm jumping the gun. Over 5 plus b. Negative 1 equals negative 9 plus b. Add 9 to both sides. 8 equals b. I have my b value. I have my new slope. Now I'm going to write the equation of the line that is parallel to my original line, but goes through a different point. Y equals negative 3 over 5x plus 8. That is the equation of the line parallel to y equals negative 3 over 5x minus 3. The lines are parallel. Now we're going to write the equation of a line that is perpendicular. Old slope is negative 3 over 5. New slope is positive 5 over 3. Oops. Messy 5. Okay? I flipped the original slope and changed the sign. The math is still the same. I'm still doing my points. I'm still going to do negative 1 equals 5 over 3, because that's my new slope, times 15 plus b. Negative 1 equals, well, 5 times 15 is 75 over 3 plus b. I'm going to reduce that, of course. Negative 1 equals 25 plus b. I want to solve for b, so I'm going to subtract 25 from both sides. Negative 26 equals b. That takes care of the algebra to find b. Now I have my pieces. I have my slope. I have my b value. Now let's write the equation. Y equals 5 over 3x minus 26. Which means if you were to graph y equals negative 3 over 5x minus 3 and y equals 5 over 3x minus 26, they would intersect at a right angle. Throw in a little bit of geometry. Perpendicular means a right angle. They intersect at right angles. That is writing parallel and perpendicular equations. All right? Examine the slope. Make sure you keep straight of what you're doing, parallel line or a perpendicular line. Start by writing old slope and new slope. I really recommend that. That will help you keep your math straight. All right.